Was gonna wait a few seconds, let the room fill up. I know I've got a bit of background there. If you can hear me, give me a 5x5. This is going to be a quick broadcast. Two thumbs up, 6 in the house. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me. Keep coming in. 5x5, 5x5, Missy Kuhl. The Celtic Crusader, 5x5. Perfect days, perfect days. 5x5, all the sound coming through. Okay. Just been speaking with a local resident here as well. You know exactly where I am. I'm here in Donegal, 5x5, Ava Lady. I'm up here in Moville temporarily, so don't bother coming. I ain't hanging around long. I've been here and I've done what I need to get done. I want to pass comment here as well on what I have now confirmed to be President Higgins' speech. President Higgins, I might have to. Come on, you dancer. Morning, guys and girls, morning. I'm going to get this quick because the equipment keeps failing. We're going to have to get it started out. Anyway, last night's speech, and I'll read it out, part of it included, and I will add. Let me just throw this up here so you can see where I'm at. Ooh. Ooh. Feckin' equipment. Right, I'll hold it up there. I won't do the walk around as I said. Check this out. We, all of us on this planet, share what Pope Francis has termed our common home. Our common home. And if we are able to meet the challenges presented to this common home, we are obliged to widen our perspective of home. Widen our perspective of home to encompass all of the people of the earth, effectively calling for the dissolution of Irish identity. We are all supposed to, sorry guys, I'm having a complete equipment failure. So what I'll do, turn this off, and we'll go for the hand. More damage caused, more damage caused. Let me read this out. For the 21st century, we can be no partial solidarity, whether national solidarity or European solidarity. We require now an international solidarity, shorn of national antagonisms, effectively dissolution of the nation state. You're not a nation state, you're a vassal state of Europe. It's effectively what he's saying. What else is he saying? Two hands, equipment failures. You probably heard it all. Absolutely. This is not only a moral or political argument, but a practical one. After all, birth rates are far below replacements. No, they're not. No, they're not. Go check your diligence. Our birth rates are normative and are actually increasing. That is another fallacy. This is not only a moral and political argument, but a political one. After all, birth rates are falling below replacement levels across the European Union, and an ongoing necessity for immigration. A necessity. There is no necessity for immigration. Our economies to the global north will continue to draw people to our shores. They're not drawn, they're being ferried in by NGOs. It's a human trafficking Ponzi scheme. And you're implicit in it too. Then to add the current trajectory of greenhouse gas emissions. Every 10 to 12 years we're told the planet's going to drop. Here we are again with another 12-year ultimatum so that we can start paying carbon taxes. Carbon taxes, 86 million a year or Dublin, Ireland is paying at the moment for carbon taxes. That's money for all rope. But that money, as I suspect, will be pushed into slush funds, which will then be distributed to NGOs and all their useful traitors to facilitate any dissent by any national citizen. He concludes, many of the challenges we confront are those which test our capacity for willingness to engage in collective deliberation and discern the common good of collective action to achieve it. Collection. Communism, they're selling us out. He's selling us out. If you can't see, like the farmers, sorry for the shaky camera, like the farmers, what was the point in having a demonstration the day after the agreement is sold? Phil Hogan sold you out, but you continue to hold him and laud him as if he was a man. He's got another 5-year term. Man is bedded in. He doesn't give a shit about you or your farms or the bully boys coming down from the north to execute repossession orders, which, if you just stay in possession is 9/10 of the law. Stay in your family, stay in your premises, you're golden. The law doesn't have a chance on it. What I'd also say is, look at our, I'm going to say it, we've got a half Indian sodomite, not even Irish, telling us that our nation state has to welcome these people with open arms at our own cost, at the cost of our nation state, to give up our sovereignty, to become a vassal state of Europe, so that youthful patsies like Enda Kenny can go off and swan off and get jobs for vulture funds and other esteemed positions in Europe. Leo Varadkar being touted as the president of Ireland, as the next president of the EU. They're being elevated. We're the useful fools here, allowing them to dictate and speak whatever nonsense they state with no pushback. No pushback. That was pushback. I don't condone that sort of action, but if you don't open up the conversation, that's the result. Same as what I said during the other things. I don't condone political violence. Discussion is the way forward. But you're not helping matters by shutting people down, quelling dissent, and the people that are piping their heads up and broadcasting their channels and giving people these free speech platforms. You keep shutting us down. You keep shutting us down, and this is the result. So I said, Leo's being touted as the next EU president. Jobs for old boys. Jobs for old jobs for the boys. So we had President Higgins making that statement last night. His family is firmly ensconced in Brussels. His daughter's got a cushy job up there, 250 grand. Again, talking about migration. It's a nonsense. Climate change, climate action is a nonsense. Provably false. And it's getting, if you don't open the discussion on that, more of this. I don't condone this. Again, I'll keep saying it. I don't condone this, but it's happening. People are terrified in their own communities because people of foreign cultures are coming in they know nothing about. And believe it or not, these people, when they come from their countries, they still identify as their nation state. A Pakistani man coming to Ireland is not going to become Irish. He's still Pakistani in his heart. And he's going to do that for the betterment of his people. And that's what they're doing, time and time again. Our useful Gambian politicians, our local councillors giving their friends the heads up to buy hotels, hotel after hotel being bought up and then provided. Hotel Rosslare has just done the same thing again. The two Monaghan boys, we want to depend, we want to invest in the community, we want to rebuild. You fucking sold it again for 480,000 and they're doing a timeshare. Rosslare, look out for the Mail Hotel, that's being earmarked. Hotels across the country, because they're lying dormant, are being snapped up, given government contractors. What businessman isn't going to do it? But the Gambian local yokels that are buying up and telling their builder friends to buy up hotels and then earmarking them then for refugees. It's fucking human trafficking. I can't explain it to you enough, Ireland. It's human trafficking. Our government does not work for us anymore. They're facilitating and under the bequest of Brussels. Brussels is the new boss. So I'm going to stream out here before the stream breaks up. I'll bang the drum. Our leaders are not doing anything in our best interest. It's time to get motivated. It's time to get involved in your communities. And in essence, you're going to have to get out and patrol the streets. You're going to have to set up community patrols to protect and patrol your streets, because the police aren't going to get there. Look at your call out times for even for a simple arrest. I waited nearly 15-20 minutes. They're 2 minutes walk around the corner. They couldn't even get in time. So if you've got a serious crime or a serious problem evolving, our call out times are redundant. So get involved in your communities, get your councillors down into council actions, and start having a resistance. Start saying we want more discussion on this. People are being parachuted in the middle of the night. I'm not making it up. You know it's happening around the country. And they're using the patsy drill of saying, oh, but these are families. Another 250 people ensconced down in Turles. 250 becomes 750 with extended families. And then if we relinquish the birthright citizenship, which we voted for in 2014 and said no, but those clowns, those useless clowns in the Shannon are bringing forward bills to reduce that. That was the effective will of the people then. We told you then we do not want that to happen, and you are bypassing us again. There's a movement happening. There's the protests being organised. The Gran Torino will be at the forefront of that. We will issue out public meetings, public venues. We will be travelling around, same as all the other organisations. But if you don't get involved and if you don't start fighting for this country, and I don't mean fighting as in arson attacks like that, I'm talking about getting involved in your communities. I'm talking about speaking and reach out. You're not racist. You're defending your communities against people of foreign cultures who are being brought here under the guise of refugee status. It's human trafficking. Wake up, Ireland. Wake the fuck up now.